नमस्कार। आभास पॉडकास्ट में स्वागत है आपका। तो आज मैं आपको एक पिता से मिलवाने वाली हूँ, एक सिंगल डैड से, जो कि पिता पुत्र की जो जोड़ी है, जो बॉन्डिंग है, वो पूरी दुनिया में एक उदाहरण है। वो पूरी दुनिया में एग्जाम्पलरी है। नमस्कार। आभास पॉडकास्ट में स्वागत है आपका। तो आज मैं आपको एक पिता से मिलवाने वाली हूँ, एक सिंगल डैड से, जो कि पिता पुत्र की जो जोड़ी है, जो बॉन्डिंग है, वो पूरी दुनिया में एक उदाहरण है। वो पूरी दुनिया में एग्जाम्पलरी है। आदित्य तिवारी जो आज के हमारे मेहमान हैं, ने उसकी इतनी अच्छी परवरिश की है कि इस साल उन्हें राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार मिला है, अवनीश को, 9 साल की उम्र में। और अवनीश जो है, उसे डाउन सिंड्रोम है, बहुत सारे और भी मेडिकल इश्यूज हैं। लेकिन आदित्य एक ऐसे पिता हैं, एक सुपर डैड हैं, जिन्होंने अ, अवनीश को, वो कहते हैं कि ये मेरी जिंदगी की रोशनी है, ही इज लाइट ऑफ माई लाइफ। तो इस तरह से उसकी परवरिश की है। और अब आदित्य क्या करते हैं, बाकी जो पेरेंट्स हैं, जो पेरेंट्स और चिल्ड्रन विद डिसेबिलिटीज है, उनकी काउंसलिंग करते हैं, उनका मार्गदर्शन करते हैं कि किस तरह से परवरिश की जाती है। अगर बच्चे को डिसेबिलिटी होती है तो आदित्य से सीखना चाहिए। तो मिलते हैं आदित्य से। आभास पॉडकास्ट में फिर से एक बार स्वागत है। आज हमारे बीच हैं आदित्य तिवारी। और जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, आदित्य तिवारी एक सुपर डैड हैं, और एक बहुत ही डिफरेंट तरीके की फादर सन बॉन्डिंग दुनिया के सामने ये लेकर आए हैं, एक एग्जाम्पल बन गए हैं। और इस तरह से वो एक बहुत ही समझदारी से, बहुत अंडरस्टैंडिंग से, मेच्योरिटी से एक बच्चे का, उसकी परवरिश कर रहे हैं, उसे ग्रो कर रहे हैं। और उस बच्चे को डाउन सिंड्रोम है, लेकिन इन्होंने ये सोचा है कि उसको ये एकदम इंडिपेंडेंट बनाकर रहेंगे, उसकी लाइफ इम्प्रूव करेंगे। सो हेलो आदित्य।
Hello, ma'am. Namaste. Thank you for inviting for this podcast.
या तो हमारे व्यूअर्स जानना चाहेंगे शुरुआत से कि अवनीश आपको कैसे मिला, कहाँ मिला, उसे अडॉप्ट करने में आपको लीगल हर्डल्स आए या नहीं आए। सो प्लीज शेयर दैट विद अस।
Uh, so मेरा स्टोरी स्टार्ट होता है लाइक अडॉप्शन एंड अडॉप्शन लाइक इन आवर कंट्री एक टैबू है
या।
जिसको सपोर्ट नहीं किया जाता है और एज अ सिंगल पेरेंट एक बच्चे को अडॉप्ट करना सो दैट इज़ लाइक कि इम्पॉसिबल टास्क है सो इन माय केस वो थिंग्स वर डिफरेंट। पहला था कि कारा का जो मिनिमम एज लिमिट था टू अडॉप्ट अ चाइल्ड एज अ सिंगल पेरेंट फॉर बोथ द जेंडर्स मेल फीमेल was 30. I was not fit in this criteria. So legally, I cannot adopt any child in India.
हम्म।
Apart from that, of course, there is a mindset barrier from family, society. Oh, why you want to adopt a child? क्यों करना है? क्या ज़रूरत है? And for special needs, right? So the child who was left in an orphanage, just because वो एक special need, birth defects, एक chromosome disorder के साथ पैदा हुआ, and एक यही reason था कि पैदा होते से ही बायोलॉजिकल पेरेंट ने ऑर्फनेज में छोड़ा। फिर आई मेट विद हिम इन एन ऑर्फनेज एंड मुझे कहा गया कि एक पागल बच्चा है। जनरली अनफॉर्चुनेटली बिकॉज इतना अवेयरनेस नहीं है क्या टर्म आपको यूज़ करना है, केयर गिवर्स को पता नहीं होता, उनका ट्रेनिंग नहीं होता है, तो दे आर ब्रॉडली कैटेगराइज मेंटली रिटार्डेड, मेंटली चैलेंज और फिजिकली हैंडीकैप। राइट, सो मेंटली रिटार्डेड तब ये टर्म यूज़ नहीं होती है, मेंटली चैलेंज्ड होती है। दैट टाइम दे टोल्ड मी कि मेंटली रिटार्डेड फिजिकली चैलेंज है, कोई लाइफ नहीं है, कुछ दिन महीने या सालों में मर जाएगा, एंड देन ऑलवेज बी ऑन द बैड एंड ऑलवेज रिक्वायर्ड medical interventions, various kind of medical intervention because of not only with the Down syndrome but other health issues he is having, heart hole, then problem with the knees and squint eyes and thyroid and constipation. Right, so these all things were by birth. Okay, so I look at him and I said, okay, if nobody wants to say कोई adopt नहीं करना चाहता है तो मुझे दे दो। एक just a spontaneous thought that comes in my mind when I look at him, right? And then I decided I will adopt. But later on, when I explored more about adoption, so I realized that I am not eligible in India to adopt a child because I don't fit in the criteria, age criteria. So that was 30, and I was not 30 at that time. So until government changed the law, or they consider me as an exception case, I was not allowed. So this journey starts from here, and then of course there was a my psychology, there was a mindset. issues in the society or a family, why you want to adopt special need, what is the requirement of, लोग क्या कहेंगे, what are the people will think of you,
हम्म,
likewise. So I thought no, I don't waste my time because मैं किसी का mindset thought change नहीं कर सकता हूँ. So इससे अच्छा है मैं अपने जो मुझे करना है मैं उस पर फोकस करूँ. So
जी.
of course it was not an easy task. Okay, मैं एक अलग स्टेट में था, बच्चा अलग स्टेट में था, एंड देन ट्रैवलिंग एवरी वीक, फिर कौन से डिपार्टमेंट मिनिस्ट्री में आता है. एट द एज ऑफ 26 व्हाट यू नो अबाउट पेरेंटिंग. मेरे लिए पेरेंटिंग तो सेकंड था. व्हाट यू नो अबाउट अडॉप्शन, चाइल्ड अडॉप्शन, एंड व्हेन यू आर नॉट एलिजिबल, राइट, टू whom to approach, how to approach. So I was exploring everything. Slowly God helped me and things come in my favor. And coming to the point, like conclusion is like considering our case, Indian adoption law got changed. I got the custody of my son on 1st Jan 2016. So it was a new year day.
ओके. ओके. सो अब जब आप when you adopted him, आपको उसकी सेकेंडरी मेडिकल हेल्थ इश्यूज के बारे में मालूम था तब, when you first saw him?
See, there is nothing called secondary. It's all associated with it, right? It birth defect chromosome disorder. So ये issues काफी common होते हैं.
ओके.
Additional health issues भी हो सकते हैं. तो I never bother about it.
ओके.
Trust me, because I said okay, what जो भी birth condition, जो भी medical condition है, जो भी birth defects है, I'm okay with that because उसका इसमें कोई गलती नहीं है. उसने तो बोला नहीं था कि मुझे birth defect के साथ आना है. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wants it. Right, but it has happened, so happened, simple. So I don't have any concern problem कि what next क्या होने वाला या और कितने health issues आएंगे.
हम्म. हम्म.
Because
हम्म.
it's a lifelong. When you have a birth defect, जैसे cure नहीं कर सकते हो. So it's not for a time. It's for until the person is alive.
या.
So it's a lifelong need a medical care, medical support in terms of various form. It's not always the hospitalization or continuous meditation, but there in many means you can consider as a support always needed, required, especially in intellectual disability.
या. दैट्स ट्रू. दैट्स ट्रू. तो इज ही स्टडिंग नाउ? उसकी एजुकेशन आई?
Yeah, he is going for a regular typical school. Okay,
ओके.
and but he's yeah, but the point is he is more in his interests are different. He academic में कम focus है, but apart from that sports है, then music उसे explore करना अच्छा लगता है. Then social service he wants to do. He love that to support others, to help others, whatever way he can, right? So there is no definition of to support anyone. So yes, he is doing that. Regular therapy sessions are there for hours for all kind of therapies what he needs, then regular medical checkups and the regular medical intervention because very common है कि every year he is getting hospitalized due to some reason. They are getting some surgeries done. So yes, all things are happening.
सो ही वॉज इनवाइटेड फॉर टेडेक्स. टेडेक्स स्पीकर भी था अवनीश. और कैसे, हाउ डिड यू प्रिपेयर हिम फॉर दैट?
See, when I got him, so there was one thing in my mind I always want to focus on, like कि मुझे कहा गया था कि बस अब बच्चे को खाना खिलाओ, कपड़े पहनाओ और वो इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाए, अपना काम खुद कर ले. इससे ज़्यादा आप कुछ एक्सपेक्ट मत करना. And I was like, no, this is not the life. He can do much and beyond. So we started like कि हम लोग एक नए milestones बनाते हैं, like the people can follow.
हम्म.
Right, this is not the right approach कि बस आप इंडिपेंडेंट बना दो, अपना काम कर ले. That's it, no. So when I got him, को मुझे कहा था कभी जिंदगी में कभी पाँव पे खड़ा नहीं होगा, हार्ट में होल्स हैं, 2 holes. That required immediate heart surgeries, then constipation, then thyroid, then squint eyes. Later on, we identified he has a undescended testes, right? So these are the other additional issues, and I was like, no, that's okay. Apart from Down syndrome, so I said, okay, I will work with him. And slowly, we start focusing on his health part and identifying his interests, right? So in fact, since you have talked about his achievement, so of course, as I mentioned, the law was changed, right? Then second thing was he was in a child trafficking. So organization who were involved in child trafficking, they banned in India for adoption since 2015, and until now they are banned. Right. Then you talk about like at the age of 1.5, his name was in the world record, in the Golden Book of World Record. Right. And then his the story of adoption was invited in the TED Talks, right? In TEDx Surat and in Tata Institute of Social Science. So Avi was around 3 years old
Mm-hmm.
when he was invited first at Surat, then at fourth, when he was invited at the Tata Institute of Social Science. Then he started showing more interest towards sports. Then he registered as an Special Olympic Bharat. He was exploring the sports options, right? Though they said he won't stand, but he started walking, running, cycling without support, without any medical intervention. Okay. Then he got an interest in like exploring new places, so he loved to travel. And since last 8 year we are together, so we have approached almost every state in India, right? And then we have given more than thousand, participated in more than thousand conferences, workshops physically, and the same number in the webinars nowadays, right? So idea is just to tell more about it, the life, like don't put the child in the rooms, explore them. They also love traveling. They
So
can do
he
something different.
participates well in such.
Yeah, he participated well.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
there was no issues. He loved traveling. And then after he loved nature as well. And then he showed me interest going on hills. Then slowly we thought, okay, let's explore. Then to the high altitude places. And then we did a training for a year in Srinagar, in Kashmir, in Ladakh. Like he wants to go for a track. And at the age of 7, he's the only child who have tracked who had explored the Mount Everest until the altitude of 6,000 meter above sea level, and nobody, even not a typical child, has done at this age.
Mm.
And then at the age of 9, he's the youngest national awardee in India who
Yeah,
has
that
received a
I,
national
that
award.
it was really
Yeah.
wonderful seeing him
The
getting up.
President of India.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even at the age of 8, and then this year at the age of 9, he have received the Pradhan Mantri Bal Puraskar from the Prime Minister of India. So
Mm.
see, all these are achievement because of his willpower. And
Yeah.
we believe that every life has a meaning, right? So if we focus on the interest, if we focus on the positive part, so things may change. So it's all about the perception.
Mm. Mm. So he's able to manage his like self grooming activities. वो कर लेता है.
Yes, he does.
हाँ.
Yes.
So you have trained him well. And
Yeah, it's not about train, but see, this is a part of a life.
yeah.
Like he is seeing others, they are getting ready, right? So he also wanted.
Mm.
It's not about just giving a training to make sure this is required. No, they also learn. They are visual learners, right? He
Mm.
also love to wear this dress what he wants. He loves shopping. He
Okay.
do shopping for himself, for his clothes, for his shoes, for his everything, whatever he needs. So we need to give an opportunity to them to explore themselves.
Yeah. And from this age only, they learn decision making, which is very much important for them. As they grow,
Correct.
they need to make decisions for themselves because parents are not there with us forever. We need to be
Correct.
independent. Yeah. So this kind of decision making, this in small things like choosing clothes, choosing colors, what kind of games we want to play, all these are very much like it is significant. So, and you were one.
Correct. In fact, sorry to interrupt, but the point is you have to share everything with the child. Like even we tr want to travel, I ask him, you want to go in public transport? You want to go by air, you want to go by bus, you want to go by train, you want to go do a road trip. He love long drive. Okay. Even if you want to buy a car, so which car you want to buy, just give them option to explore, right? What food you want to eat. He will tell you that which restaurant he want to go and eat food, which place he want to go and buy clothes,
Mm.
right? So on the school, what he wants to go and take, right? And see, the point is the discipline. So
Yeah.
you have to be very specific about few things like the daily routine and a diet. That plays an important role.
Mm. Mm. Right, right, right. So, I was like, I read about you, like you were invited at UN, लोग बताने के लिए कि how to raise a child with disability, and please share your experience.
So see, I was invited in one of the conference there for the work we are doing here for
Mm.
special needs and for the rights of orphans. So of course, yes, that was one of the place we want to go and explore, and we got that opportunity. So yes, we visited one UN. Then I'm a global shipper as well. So World Economic Forum also we have visited the headquarter in Switzerland, Geneva. So these are the like platform where we can go and talk about it, and also we will learn what is happening around the world. Because see, there is a difference in the life of people in developed countries and difference in the life of people in developing countries.
Yeah.
So we can learn more from them. So this is one of the platform
Mm-hmm.
and to share my views to learn what is happening around the world. And when we can work together, so what opportunities to be explored, like the basic things about the right of education and
Yeah.
the medical support.
Yeah.
Everyone needs it, right? Even typical and special need it more frequently, regularly than the typical person, right? So in developing countries, it's difficult to get this right, the basic rights. In developed countries, it's easy. Then the acceptance in the society,
Yeah.
awareness, how much awareness is like people don't know about what is Down syndrome. There are only until unless you have someone or your child or someone in the family, you don't know about the medical conditions, right?
Yeah.
Even the word medical condition they don't use. क्या problem है, क्या बीमारी है, क्या
हाँ.
तकलीफ है, right? So we don't talk more very frequently about this, right? So those platforms we can use it to make sure what new we can bring here and how to make the difference in the country.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, you got Best Mommies Award on Women's Day. तो आपको नहीं लगता है कि फादर भी इक्वली बच्चे को प्यार कर सकते हैं? आपने तो ये प्रूव करके दिखाया है. सो यहाँ
Mm,
ममता जो होती है वो जेंडर स्टीरियोटाइप हो जाती है कि ओनली अ वुमन कैन लव अ चाइल्ड, और बाप प्यार नहीं कर सकते हैं. सो यू आर ब्रेकिंग दैट सीलिंग, आई थिंक. सो हाउ डू यू
uh,
दैट?
See, the point is, of course, right, हमारे कंट्री में जो जेंडर वाइज वर्क असाइनमेंट या डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है, राइट, या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शेयर किया जाता है, ओके। अगर कोई मेल है तो उसको घर का खर्चा उठाना, टेक केयर ऑफ हाउस एक्सपेंसेस। अगर फीमेल है तो उसके घर का देख रेख करना, और अगर बच्चे हैं तो उसका देख रेख करना। सो दिस इज डिफाइंड ऑन द बेस्ड ऑन जेंडर। अगर इनमें से कोई भी उल्टा, आई मीन जस्ट सपोज इट वर्क करता है, राइट, सो दिस इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल। अगर कोई मैंने टेकिंग केयर ऑफ अ चाइल्ड, टेकिंग केयर ऑफ अ हाउस, फीमेल इज गोइंग आउट टू अर्न मनी, सो एज पर द सोसाइटी इट्स अ टैबू। अरे क्यों हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, राइट, व्हाई इट इज हैपनिंग, दिस इज नॉट योर वर्क, you have to go out. So likewise, this things needs to be changed by the time. Like when I adopt a child, I was informed कि तुम only female can take care of a child. You're a man, you can't take care of a child, and this child is a special need. So we can't give you the custody of a child to you. So there was many challenges, psychological mindset challenges I face, right? And why this award is, of course, see, every parent is the best for their child, right? There is no comparison. But like I received it just because of my son Avnish. I gave a name Avnish. So because like him, I have received. He's teaching me how to become a parent. Because what I feel is that, like as you said, the parenting is not based on any gender.
Yeah.
Whosoever is ready to take responsibility can become a parent, right? And woman can give birth to a child, but the child is the one who gave birth to a parenting. Because उससे पहले तो parenting के बारे में आपको पता नहीं होता है, right? So it's only the child will tell you. And now generation, both the genders are taking the equal responsibility. तो एक मेल भी अच्छा parent हो सकता है, right? So criticize नहीं किया जाए, like observe नहीं किया जाए, give them an opportunity. So a male can also be a good parent. And I got this award of world best mother. And the best part is like I have received this on International Women's Day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A man is receiving a world best mother award on the International Women's Day. So it's all God grace, God support, and ऑफ कोर्स भगवान ने यहाँ तक हमें जर्नी में लेके आए, साथ दिया है, और ऑफ कोर्स अभी जिसके कारण ये सब हो रहा है। सो
Mm.
थैंक्स टू एवरीवन।
Yeah. So have you met his biological parents?
So see, as for the adoption, like when the child is legally free for adoption, you don't need it, right? So it's not required.
And you even didn't want to meet them, see them.
What is the requirement? Why?
Yeah. True.
Because see, ideally, see, as per the Kara, once the child is abandoned, child will submit it to the like surrender to the child welfare committee, and that's the responsibility of a child welfare committee to give a counseling to the biological parent if they know. If they don't know, so that's a different thing. But if they know, give counseling to them, make them understand. Even if they want to abandon or surrender the child, they can do. Then there is a process of a legal free for every child. Once the child is legal free for adoption, then someone can adopt it. So
Yeah.
I got a child who is legal free for adoption, right? So why should I bother? And now he is my son. See, I don't believe there is a difference between a biological or adoption. It's all about the acceptance. Even if you tell my son, like I was asked in one of the um, एक इंटरव्यू में
Mm.
धुन बदल के तो देखो भाई विद्या बालन, एंड यही क्वेश्चन था कि क्या कभी आप अपने बच्चे को बताओगे कि वो एक अडॉप्टेड चाइल्ड है, एंड आई वाज लाइक मेरी, इवन इफ आई टेल हिम, द पॉइंट इज कि वो कितना इस चीज को एक्सेप्ट करता है,
Yeah. Yeah.
राइट? सो I
उसको
don't think there is a
उसको pain
difference
भी
like
हो
adoption or a
सकता है.
biological.
He would feel that pain of getting abandoned. वो भी हो सकता है. So it depends.
It's all depends how much the understanding
Yeah.
of a child about the adoption it is happening in the typical child. But I have a child with intellectual
He is
disability.
too small for that. All that.
No, that's okay, but because of his medical condition and how much he understand,
Yeah.
right? That's also depends. Even if I tell today, he won't say. He was like he don't understand as of now the concept of adoption in a biological. In coming years, even if he understand, if I tell him, I don't think there will be any problem.
Yeah. So, like, I'm also a person with disability, and my parents have always been worried what would happen when they are old, when they are gone, what would happen to me, and
Correct.
how would I be able to stay independently. So, do such thoughts also come in your mind?
See, every person, every parent have a concern. What next after us?
Yeah.
Right. But the point is, like in my case, I leave everything on God. I don't know what is future, what will come in future, right? We believe to live in present because हमारे हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है. We can't do.
Hmm.
Okay, क्या preparation करते हैं, क्या करते हैं? Because life is not that easy.
True.
Okay, and there may be a possibility if something happens to me, so he will find a good, better support, right?
Hmm.
Because उसके biological parents ने उसे orphan किया था. They thought कि he will die. Without us, he can't survive,
Yeah.
right? But he survived. As a child, now you're talking about who was in orphanage, who was in a child trafficking. Nobody was look after him, having many health issues, intellectual disability, right? And now he's having 4 world records, two
Yeah.
national awards, 30 plus excellence award, and he's just 9.
He's just nine. So, long way
Yeah.
to go. He would achieve more and more.
Yeah. So
So,
that's what I'm saying. Ki we don't know what happened next, what life is offering us. We can only focus on our goals and just do the best in the presently, even present.
yeah. So, thank you so much, Aditya, for your time. And
Thank you.
wish you all the best and Avnish for your future life. Thank you so
Yep.
much.
Thank you.